Hey guys, welcome to my second weekly reading vlog. I did want to do them weekly, as the title suggests, but yes, failure all around. Anyway, we're here. It's actually Thursday, it's the 4th of August today, and I just wanted to update you on how my reading's gone at the start of August. August is full of readathons, so I'm actually partaking in 3 different readathons. I'm doing the magical readathon, Polathon, and the mixtapeathon as well. The magical readathon is run by G from Book Roast, and it's an ongoing magic school based readathon, and we're currently on the 2nd term, but anyone can join in at any time. I'm attending the school as Ada. That's not right, Ava. I've already forgotten my character name, whoops. Anyway, I'm studying to be a math magician at the magic school, and I completed my first term, which was the spring equinox, and now we're moving on to the autumn equinox. So there are 4 subjects that I have to read books for the magical readathon. The first one is alchemy, and I need to get an O in alchemy. The course for that is basics in poisons, and the prompt for that is read a book on someone else's worst list that you think you might like. And for this, I actually picked a book off of the worst list from Jade from JD Ray Reads, who incidentally is the host of Polathon. I think it was her worst books of 2021 video that I went back and watched. And on that list, she has Tilly and the Book Wanderers, which is a middle grade book. Jade loves reading middle grades. And yeah, she just didn't get on with it, but I'll put a screenshot of the cover up here. I just think it looks really cute. I like the idea about someone being able to kind of get characters out of books and things like that. So I think I'm gonna like it. I know a lot of people do like it, so fingers crossed that's true, because that's the book I picked for that. I then need to pass 2 classes in inscription. So the first class is Glyph Recollection, and that is to read a childhood favourite. So for that, I've actually picked the first book in the Babysitters Club, which is called Christie's Great Idea. I used to love those books when I was younger, so that's the book I'm hopefully going to read for that. The Q in inscription is Inking Techniques, read a graphic novel, comic or manga, and for that I'm going to be reading the second Wires and Nerve graphic novel because I got that for my birthday. It's in the other room. I do have the physical copy, but I'll show you when I actually pick it up. And then finally I need an O in psionics and divination, and that is to read a book featuring time travel. And I think I'm going to go with The Time Traveller's Wife for this. I did put that up in a poll recently, and it was kind of tying with another book, so I know some people wanted me to read that one. So I think I'm going to go with The Time Traveller's Wife, but I'm not 100% sure. I might change my mind when I get to it. There are 5 reading prompts for the mixtapeathon. I won't go through them all here, but I'll link down to Victoria from What Victoria Read's channel, because it was on her channel that I saw the announcement video, and there she goes over the 5 reading prompts, and there are also, I think, 4 non-reading prompts as well. So yes, I'll link down to that here, but I'll put the bingo board up here if I can. And yeah, I'll talk you through what I'm reading for that kind of as I go, I think. But this is what the bingo board looks like, if I can put it up. So yeah, it's all go. Of course, I've got Tales from Two Trails as well, so I've got 5 reading prompts from Tales from Two Trails to fulfill 2. So it's a bit full on. And there's one book that I really need to read this month, or want to read this month, that I couldn't get on any of the lists, I don't think. If I can get it to fulfill a prompt, I definitely will. But that is Assassin's Fate by Robin Hobb. This is the last book in the realm of the Readalongs, guys. I'm just devastated. Like, I opened the book last night to start it, and I read literally like the who this person is for. It was like 2, and I already wanted to cry. I don't want this to be over. I'm so upset. But yeah, I've still got like 850 pages to go before I'm truly upset and devastated that it's over. I have started this. I'm on page 4, the grand total of page 4. No, 6. 6, impressive. I started reading it last night and I started falling asleep. So yeah, I need to read 3 chapters of this before I can talk to my stepmom, who I buddy read these with. So hopefully I'll crack on with that today at some point, although I do have other things I need to read today as well. The book that I'm currently about to finish is something that I started last month, so it's like a drag over from last month, so it's not actually going to fit any of the prompts, which is slightly annoying for me. But that's The Winter of the Witch by Catherine Arden. I'm so close to the end. I think I've got like 40 pages to go or something. I'm on page 315, And so yeah, so close to the end, and it's been good for a while. It's good. It's just taken me a really long time to read through it. I'm not sure why. The text is small, but I don't know if it's just maybe I wasn't quite in the mood for this book, even though I can see that it's good and I am interested in it when I'm reading it. I'm just reading it very, very slowly. But yeah, really enjoying and excited to read the end because yeah, it's kind of taken a turn I didn't expect. So I'm happy to finish this, and I'll let you know my thoughts obviously when I'm done. The other book I've dragged over from last month is The Reading List, and I'm listening to that. I think I've got like 5 hours left on that. I just really slowed down with my audiobook listening at the end of last month, but I'm loving that book. It's really, really good. I'll talk more about that when I'm done with that too. Unfortunately that can't count for any prompts either, but never mind. I have put it on pause though because there is an audiobook that I need to listen to by Sunday and it's already Thursday. And that is Mexican Gothic by Silvia Moreno Garcia. This is my book club book for my Friends and Family book club this month, and our book club meeting is this Sunday. It's early this month for some reason. I can't remember why now. So I need to finish the audiobook. I think I'm on chapter 4. How long have I got left? Let's have a look. I'm enjoying the vibe so far. It's very gothic, as the name would suggest. Yeah, but I'll talk more about it kind of once I'm done. But I've got 7 hours 50 minutes left, and I am working every day until Sunday. I'm not working Sunday, but I don't really want to be reading all day Sunday. I think I'm going to crack on with some housework today and carry on listening to this. I definitely feel like it's going to be quite a quick listen, even though some books I have to like keep rewinding because you have to really concentrate on what's going on, whereas this one I feel like it feels quite fast paced, so, and I can keep up with what's going on. But I'm really interested to see where that's going. It's very atmospheric at the moment and I'm intrigued about what's going on. 2 audiobooks on the go and 2 books on the go if you also include Assassin's Fate. I'm hoping Assassin's Fate, I'm going to take it slow, like I don't want to rush through this too fast. So I'll probably be reading this for most of August, to be honest. Hopefully, I could also get really into it and then just put everything down and just read this one, but I just don't want it to be over. I feel really reluctant to read it. Stupid, isn't it? Because I could just reread the whole series again if I really wanted to. But so yeah, that's all my reading updates for now. The other thing is Readathon, which doesn't have any reading prompts, but you're supposed to track the number of pages you're reading or the number of hours of audiobook you're listening to. It is mainly a fundraiser this round, and so Jade is raising money for it's a polar bear charity, Polar Bear International maybe? I can't remember the exact name of the charity, but I will be donating to that charity probably at the end of the month. I don't think I'm going to do it based on how many pages I've read. I'll probably just do like a standard, maybe £20 or something. I haven't decided yet. It depends how my money is looking really. But I did buy these really nice bookmarks that Jade designed for this readathon. I think 25% of the profits for these bookmarks are going to go to the charity as well. This is her bookmark company, Daisy and Bee, which she runs with Steph over at Steph Loves. They're really nice and they feel very good quality bookmarks. I don't know, they feel like they're going to last if you like look after them kind of thing. They're not too thin. So yeah, I'm really, really happy with this. They're so cute and it feels nice to support Jade, Steph and the polar bears. So yeah, so that's all my updates I think for now. So yeah, I hope everyone's doing well and I'll update you when I finish some books. Hey guys, it's currently the 11th of August and I think it's time for an update. So it's Thursday today and it's been a long time since I checked in, and that primarily is because there's been a lot of noise outside where I live. So yeah, gotta carry on, otherwise I don't know how long it's going to be going on for. So in all this time I have finished some books, well, 2 books. So I did finish The Winter of the Witch by Catherine Arden, which was the 3rd book in the Winter Night trilogy, and I did end up really liking it. I think I gave it a 4.5, which is maybe controversial because I know loads of people gave it 5 stars, although 4.5 is almost 5 stars anyway, but I did round it down to 4 stars on Goodreads, and that's just because when I was reading it, I wasn't like truly captivated the whole time. It did take me quite a long time to read it. I have found for like the whole trilogy, it does kind of leave my head quite quickly. I don't always remember everything, so I don't know. I can't truly give it 5 stars because of that reason, but I think it was very well written and I loved what happened in book 3. So much good stuff. It was so kind of whimsical, magical, and I loved the atmosphere. It was fantastic. I loved the characters. Yeah, and just generally just loved the direction the story went in. It was really good. And yeah, I will hopefully be having a conversation with a few people about it soon, just discussion. But we'll see. I think we're waiting for a couple more people to get to the 3rd book before we have that. But Chaz from Bookish Chaz and Danielle from Bookcara have definitely read it. And so yeah, hopefully I'll be able to have a proper chat with them about the whole trilogy, because yeah, there's a lot to talk about, that is for sure. The other book that I finished was one that I picked up just after The Winter of the Witch, and that was Mexican Gothic by Silvia Moreno Garcia, I believe the author's name is. I'll put a picture up here because I listened to it on audio. I have to say I wasn't a huge fan of the audiobook narrator. I listened to it on Audible, and yeah, it was quite computerized, if you know what I mean, very kind of monotone most of the way through. And for the first half of the book, I was kind of in my head just re-saying the lines how I would read them, because I was annoyed by the way it was being read. I got used to it after a while, you know how you just accept these things and move on. But yeah, the book itself, so I actually read this for Mixtapeathon. So yeah, let me put the bingo board up here. So I read this one to fit the prompt of unseasonal read, because it was a gothic novel and it's currently summer, it's not Halloween. So I would say usually you read those books at Halloween. So that ticks off, and also it fits for a book set in a different country because it was set in Mexico. So this book is set in Mexico and you're following a young girl called, or a young woman called Noemi, and she's pretty much living a high life. It's set in the 50s in Mexico, and she goes to loads of parties, she like flirts with all the guys, she's just kind of trying to live life to the fullest. She's also really into learning, so she wants to go off and do a master's degree. I think she's already at university. She's from a very rich family, so she's trying to convince her dad to let her go and study a master's. Anyway, he summons her home one day and says that he's received a letter from her cousin, who recently got married to this English guy and went off to live in the mountains with this English guy, and they hadn't really heard from her since that's happened, about a year before. And she grew up with her cousin, so she knows her really well. I think she was like maybe 5 years older than her, so she kind of looked after Noemi quite a lot. So they received this letter from Noemi's cousin, and that's like, this place where I am, I've got voices that talk to me, there's ghosts here. Like, it was a really garbled, weird message. And so Noemi's dad's like, okay, listen, if you go and check out what's up with your cousin, if she needs psychiatric help or needs medical attention, go and find out what's going on with her, because her new husband is not cooperating with me. And if you do that, then I will pay for you to go and do your master's. So she travels up to the house that's up this hill or a mountain, I think it is a mountain. And it's very set away from the small town that it's near, and the people of the house keep very much to themselves, and they're really weird. And then, yeah, it's a gothic novel, so this house belongs to this English family, and everything is very English, like very colonial. The ancestors had set up a mine there, so they came and basically had Mexican workers working on their mine, but the mine is now shut down, and it's just this really weird old house where they have these weird rules, like they're not allowed to talk during dinner and all that kind of stuff. And it's just, things just get weirder and weirder and weirder and more creepy. And I have to say, I did really enjoy it. Like, I gave it 4 stars. I thought it was a really enjoyable, kind of quick listen. It was very, very classic Gothic, or tried to follow the rules of classic Gothic literature. So we did have a book club about it, and one of the ladies in my book club said there are 14 main things to a Gothic, stereotypical Gothic novel, and this novel ticked all of them off, which I found really interesting. And then I was looking through the list and I was like, yeah, it did have all of these things. And yeah, it did give me kind of Dracula vibes. It wasn't quite, there was some, when I read Dracula, there was some like really gross scenes in Dracula from what I can remember, and there were really horrible scenes in this. Actually, yeah, there were horrible scenes in this, but it had a different vibe to Dracula, but then the same vibe as Dracula. I don't know if that makes any sense whatsoever. I will say that there is trigger warnings for sexual assault and stuff like that, so just be aware of that going into it if that's something you want to look out for, or want to avoid, I should say. But yeah, there were definite moments in it where I was like, oh, and I was listening to it on the train, and there was a particular scene that was really horrible and just like uncomfortable. And I was just sitting there, and then I was like, like in like despair or whatever. I don't know what I was doing. And all the people on the train were like, what is that problem? What is that girl's problem? Anyway, so that was done, and like I said, that ticked off the 2 prompts on the bingo board. So I think the one in the middle, let me just get it up actually so I can see it. You can see it already, but I can't. Yeah, so the one in the middle of the 2 that I've done is movie night, summer flick, stroke warm setting. And I think the girls that are running the readathon, I think they have chosen a film and are maybe doing a film watch thing, but I don't think I can join in with that. So I think I want to watch Clueless, because Clueless is my favourite film. Haven't seen it in a long time. Maybe I'll watch it one night, but yeah, I have to have some negotiations with my partner about that. Otherwise I'll try and watch it in the day. There's Read in a sunny spot. Well, it's super sunny at the moment, so I can do that at some point. I suppose watching Clueless is like self-care time. I could like have a nice drink, have a chill, I don't know. So the book that I'm currently reading for Mixtapeathon, I'm doing all right with Mixtapeathon, I feel. But yeah, the book that I've decided to use for Nature on the Cover, I was going to use a different book for this, but I've switched it out because I started reading the last book in the Realm of the Readalongs, Assassin's Fate, and I know there's not much on this cover, but there is a bee. I don't know if you can see because my camera's being weird. There's a bee right there, and that, my friend, is Nature on the Cover. I'm gonna count this for Nature on the Cover because I will probably finish this in August. I'm currently on page 134. I'm midway through a chapter. I don't know why I've stopped midway through a chapter, but I have. The other book, I'm still reading the reading list. I actually listened to some a minute ago just while I was making my lunch, and yeah, still really enjoying that. That's going well. And I did also start, I can't be bothered to get it out of my bag, but I did start The Dances at the End of Time, which is my dad's favourite book. That's for Tales from Two Trails, and that is weird. It's really weird so far. It's set, I think it did say, I will check this, but I think it did say it's set 1,000,000 years in the future, which is insane. Like, I've never read a book that's set that far in the future, but it's essentially following the people at the end of time. So they live really frivolous, like amoral lives. It seems like they can just make stuff out of just atoms, like with like a click of the fingers, basically. Not with a click of the fingers, but they instantaneously can do it somehow. And they can change the colour of the sea, and they can make steam trains like go up in the air, like hover cars, I guess. And they can just build whatever they want, and they can make a human if they want, but or animals out of atoms, and they can just get rid of them whenever they want. But it sounds like these animals and humans, they have feelings, they're like real things, and then don't like it when then they just get disintegrated or whatever. Is weird. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. I'm not enjoying it. It's just very strange. I think I'm only on like page 14 or something anyway, 15. And the other thing that I started to read just at bed, which should hopefully go quite quick, is Christie's Great Idea, which is the first book in the Babysitters Club series, which I'm reading for both Tales from Two Trails as my first book in a series prompt book, and also for my magical readathon as well. Everything seems to be going all right, although it is already the 11th of August, so I'm sure suddenly it's going to be the end of August and I'm going to be like, wait, what's happened? What's going on? Anyway, right, so I'm going to head off. I think we've done well because I haven't been interrupted too much by noise. Hopefully you haven't heard very much. But yes, okay, cool. I'm going to go off and I'm going to carry on reading Assassin's Fate this afternoon, I think. Oh, I'm just so sad. I don't want it to end. But yeah, all right, I will catch up with you in a bit.